Oh, Dombier Haas. That's the first time, eh? It's the first time you're here, right? Hello to you. Hello, Sid. How are you, dear? Thank you. Thank you. Good. Chris says, hey, Mehran. How are you? Thank you, Chris. Good to see you here. 26 Mail UK. Says, quick one on the books. Where do I read them once I purchase them? What do you mean? If you you can read them anywhere you like. If you purchase the by the way, there is it's the first day of the launch of the new site. So any of you who have not seen the new site, which none of you have because it just went on last night, you can go to mind@6truth.com. It reverts to mind@6truth.info. Just for the first month, we want to make sure there are no, if there's any reaction, anything we want to correct, spelling or whatever, but it's all okay. As far as the function of it is good, it's been checked out. So if you go to mind.seekstruth.com, just like before, it will automatically take you to the new site. And on the new site, you can go through it. You will see the differences, and I hope you like it. It's very easy to use, explanatory. There's a lot more explanations there. And of course, if you choose to purchase the books, you can click on the book, underneath the book, or underneath the video of the book, which is just a short video telling you what the book is all about. There's a little skirt that you click, it opens up, and you can get a link and a download of the table of contents of each book and a sample chapter of each book. You can read that, look at it, see if you like it, and if you did like it, then you can purchase the book in either version. Print, which I will sign and write a note for you and then ship it. The shipping is included in the purchase. Or if you wish to not to spend the $80 or $105, which of course helps the channel, and also they're heavy, so the shipping is expensive. And if you wish to buy them in the form of an ebook, well, it's the same book, but instead of $80 or $105, you will pay something like, I don't know, $6.99, $7.99, or $8.99, depending on which one you choose. And then when you click on it and you go through the purchase, it will give you a link. After you purchase it, it will send you a link to the email that you chose. And on that link, you will click on the link and it will be downloaded to your computer. Then you will just open it and read it whenever you wish. That's how it's supposed to work. And if there was any problem whatsoever, as it's always been in the past, that you guys couldn't find the link or whatever, you can simply send me an email, say, I have a problem finding the link, and I can simply see that, yes, you've paid and the link has been sent, because we also get a copy of it. And simply it went to your junk or you couldn't find it, then we'll arrange the link to be sent to you again, or maybe I'll just send you the ebooks via email. So either way, one way or another, but it shouldn't fail. It always worked for the past many years, and this is the same system. It's just a new beautiful site. I hope that answers your question. And if you wish to go to, just check out, take a moment right now, guys, take a moment right now. Just go on mind.seekstruth.com on a different browser. Just open a different browser, mind.seekstruth.com. And I can also go on the site. And if you guys have any question as far as what it is, what it does, and where do I go, just go through it. First homepage will scroll down and I'll show you everything, the choices you have, the products that is there. And then we launched the breakup pain, the ultimate breakup pain cure. Actually, there's no pain. The ultimate breakup cure. That's a new package that is elaborate. And When you click on breakup, the ultimate breakup cure, it will also show you what's included in it, which is pretty impressive. And the price is so nominal. $198 for starting up with 82 selected videos, which you guys don't know where they are, and when you are breaking up or broke up, just not really with it to find them. Which ones should I watch out of these 1,500 videos? So it's all set for you, and they're always updated. So you get a membership for $198 for 1 year, and that'll give you access to all these 82 videos and updated, meaning they're added to it. As soon as I recognize a star video that is helping and is new that I make, I'll add it to that playlist. So you'll have access to that too without having to pay any more. So 82 to begin with, and it's counting. And then you have all the ebooks coming to you for free, included in that package. You will get when you book a consultation with me, for every 1 hour, if you get an hour consultation, it will automatically be doubled because you have bought this package. Anyone who buys this package, if you make a 30 minutes appointment, it will be 1 hour. If it's 1 hour appointment, it will be 2 hours. That's a special deal for people who become a member for this yearly thing. And then, of course, you get access to the VIP, which by itself has got 250 videos that some of them are not listed, some of them are not published, some of them are earlier released. And then you also get, what else do you get? Let me go on it. Why don't you guys go on it and give me a little feedback right now. Let me just click on it myself. mindthatseekstruth.com or .info, either way, I'll go there. So if you guys go on and click on home, let's go through it together, shall we? If you go on home, you will see some guy sitting there reading a book. It looks familiar to me. And if you just wanted to cut through the chase and go for Skype consultation, it's right there in the first page, landing, Skype consultation. It'll take you there. If you want to see the products, you click on products or you just scroll down. You will see, the products that are here. And it tells you a little bit about each product. Scroll down further, it tells you a little bit about that package, the Ultimate Breakup Cure and VIP Support Package. And pretty much that 82 videos alone, let alone the fact that they're being added to it, it's about 20-30 hours of consultation. It's similar to that. Like if you were going to talk to me about those subjects alone, it would have been like 20-30 hours and counting. So that by itself is like $3,000-4,000 worth of consultation, which is the whole package with many other stuff on it is $198. And you don't have to talk to me, just all the videos that are selected for you. And of course, you want to talk to me on consultation. If you scroll down, it'll tell you how it's done. And you just click on that, it'll take you there. The books explains what the books are all about. And if you wanted to ask a question, like you say, well, I don't want to buy the books and I don't want to spend $100, but I have a question. Well, there's a place called Ask a Question, and right there below the guy who's showing you a page of a question, it says more info, please read. That explains to you why there's a fee here. Because there's so many emails I receive, and I really don't know which one to answer, which one not, because I can't answer the whole thing, all of it. So there's a nominal fee in order to justify which one should have the priority, so I won't select the question. It will just tell me, okay, this has been paid for, so you answer it anyhow, rather than thinking, okay, there's so many of them, what do I do? So I hope you understand that. And if you click on the books, if you will, I don't know how many of you are there. If you click on the books, then it will take you to the books section. And then you will see that you have choices right at the landing. You see one of the books, and the two others are right on the right side of the screen, and you can click on them and choose them. And further down is a little bit something about me, that, you know, a little bit about me, like a short biography type of thing, you know. And then you go further down, all the books, and each book has a little bit of a write-up underneath it, which you can, you know, read about it. It tells you what it is, kind of. Let's see what happened here. It says read more. Oh, when you click read more, it takes you to that section, which is pretty good. And also, each book has a little video that tells you, and then right underneath the book or the video of that particular selection says download sample book. When you click on that, you'll download sample book. And you can see each ebook are being sold on Amazon at like $36.99, $26.99, and $19.99. But here, same book is $8.99, $7.99, and $6.99. So that's a difference. And every section, it tells you a little bit about the book. Before you download it, download the sample even, there's a little information that you can click on. The skirt opens and tells you a little bit about the book. And there's a little video about the book. So you have enough information before you decide if you want to buy it or not. And of course, that takes care of that. And then at the bottom of the book section, you have the, you know, the social media things that I have. You can go to my Instagram, or you can, right there, there's a button there, you can connect to all that. So now, if you go to consultation, if you will, click on consultation from top menu of the page, you will see how the consultation takes place. There's a sample consultation that I did with one of the friends around the world who called on me, and we had a chat. So, and he kindly recorded it and allowed me to use it for my promotional things or the way I want to show how it works. So that, of course, has no sound because it's private discussion, but it just shows you how it is. And then right below it, you can see the animation that we have that explains how that works. And then you've got three choices: the half-an-hour one, $60, 1 hour one, $100, and the 6-hour one, which is $500. I may put another one, which is $1,000. That's, some people preferred that in the past, but I've taken that out because we didn't have enough space in this page. I want it to be big enough, but I may add it later on. And then, of course, the ultimate package. Let's go to ultimate cure package, if you will. If you look at the ultimate cure package, that is quite interesting right there, right off the bat. It says ultimate breakup cure. So on the left side of the page tells you a little bit about ultimate breakup cure. On the right tells you a little bit about the VIP package. But remember, the VIP package, which is worth $99, but it's sold at $68, is a membership, yearly membership, but it's already included in the ultimate breakup cure. So that's right off the bat, $68. The whole breakup cure is $198, so $68 right here. And then you go further down, you'll see what's included in the ultimate cure package. The VIP videos, that's a value of $99 included. There is the ultimate cure videos, which is a consultation value of $3,200, meaning if it was supposed to be discussed with me in private one-on-one discussions, these 82 videos already has a value of $3,200, equivalent to that. And of course, below it, it has a little skirt that opens up and tells you how it works and what it is and so on. And then all the ebooks, you can see all the ebooks, value of the discounted value is like $18, but altogether is like $86. That's already included. And then lower, you have you have the mindset, which is new. The mindset is a PDF file that you can print it. That is the one that you watch. It's also in the form of a video. It's one of the first video of the 82 collection is called Mindset, which means it just shows you the write-ups in the form of a video, but you read it. There's no discussion there. So you read it, and that sets your mind up to give you enough information to be ready to watch the other videos. But if you wanted the printout version of it, it's right here. That's also included. That's already $29, but it's all included in this package. The Skype consultation explains to you when you buy this package, when every time you, for that period of 1 year, every time you book a half an hour appointment, it will be 1 hour. An hour appointment will be 2 hours, just because you have this package. And also, the video that I did, a short video, I mean the complete video of the seminar I did at the local university, the End of Fear, that's about 50 minutes. That's a pretty interesting video that was sold separately, but it's included in this package. So altogether, you'll see it damn well worth $198, which saves you from all kinds of discussions and trying to find answers after your breakup, which is all here. And the VIP package, scrolling down, also shows you what things, sample things that are in there, the type of videos, but it's included in the Ultimate Cure package already. So that explains the site. Now, hope that you will enjoy it, and hopefully that it will be beneficial to all. So we'll go back to our discussion now. Hopefully you did follow me, and that was my promotion stage for the site. Hope you will like it, guys. So now, if you guys want to send me any kind of feedback, if you like it or not, if you liked what we just showed you, I'd appreciate it. Any feedback would be helpful. Now, let me read the stuff that we had here. So I hope, Chris, that was an answer to your question, a complete answer. Hello, Sandy. Good evening, Mehran, she says. Well, good to see you too, Sandy, dear. Dadbeh says, yes, it's the first time. Well, Dadbeh, we have a, I hope I'm not butchering your name. We have a protocol when we join in. We need to know if a person is male or female, or whatever your gender is, man, woman. So for that, you put an M for man or F for female, and whatever else you prefer to choose to represent your gender. And then you say you put the age that you have, like M23 UK. It just tells me a little bit about you, who you are, how old you are, what your gender is, and what your background is. So when I want to put, some kind of an answer to your question, it would be a little bit tailor-made for your, for who you are and how old you are, and, your cultural understanding. If you're from UK or from, France or India, Italy, I would know a little bit more to tailor-make it. So, Sid says, hope you remember me. Male 31 Estonia. Yes, I do. I'm old, but not that old yet. I'm going that way though, guys. So hurry up if you got questions before I go senile. Which I hope that'll be years to come. I mean, not yet, I mean. And Luana Kiki says hello, and I thank you very much for being here, Luana. She says, I gave you the first like. Nailed it. You did you? Well, I hope everybody else will follow you, and everybody who is here, who likes what they're hearing, clicks on like, because we really need the likes to be recognized by the algorithm of YouTube. And if you don't like it, don't like my face, or don't like my voice, or don't like anything, just be cool and be nice and just mosey on. Don't click on the thumbs down. We don't need that. Algorithm will not like it, and we will be more disappearing. More disappearing? Is that the word? Because we are hardly found, even though when people around the world find the channel, they swear by it, and they say they can't believe they have found it. It's amazing. It makes life-changing effects on their lives, and saved their lives, and made them feel wonderful and hopeful, and questions were answered by the videos on this channel, and then they're ready to move on and they feel much better. But the dilemma is that they don't find us so easily. They usually find us months into their breakups, or by accident, because they scrolled through the research pages of YouTube, like, you know, page number 3 or 4, we show up. So, thank you for that, Loana. And Loana says, hello, Mehran, how are you today? Well, I'm actually excited because it is getting closer to my departure to Hawaii, and I can't wait. I just simply can't wait. But I do have a dilemma, guys. The dilemma is this. This is very interesting, actually. You know, the outbreak of the measles in the United States, that we all hear about it. And there are a few cases in the whole Canada. We had like, I don't know, 6 active cases in 2019. Presently, there's maybe 2 or 3 active cases in the whole country. That's what I've read last. And I think it was like total of 33 cases in 2019 in the whole country. So it's not a big deal here as far as numbers are concerned, but it is a big deal if one, you know, faces with the possibility of catching it, which most everyone is inoculated, is vaccinated. However, yours truly was born in 1955, and the vaccine became available in 1957. I never got vaccinated. So I'm on a dilemma. Should I go get the vaccination, and what's the side effects before I get to go? Or maybe I've already gotten the disease when I was a kid, because when there was no vaccination, almost every kid got it. And that I don't know. I asked my mother, and Mom said, no, you didn't get it. And then I said, are you sure, Mom? She said, well, I don't know. I don't remember now. But she said, I remember that I got it, like she herself when she was a kid, but she doesn't remember I got it. So still, that didn't, you know, give me the answer that I was hoping for, or definite answer. So I asked my doctor to give me a test for, see if there's antibody of measles in my bloodstream. In other words, if I got that disease when I was a kid, then I should have the antibody. Then I'm safe, I'm good. So, and if not, then I might have to get the, I have a choice, either brave it or get the vaccination. So unfortunately, because of the holidays, and I did the blood test yesterday, and we wouldn't have the answer for next week. And then I'm going about 3 or 4 days after I get the response, I get the results, even if I get the results. So it's cutting it too close. That's a little bit of concern on my mind. Other than that, I'm good. I went to the gym a few nights ago. I did a real good workout, did the back workout, and I'm really excited to go to Hawaii. Just feels like home. Always did. You can see, right? I'm like a kid. Anyhow, let's see. Loana says 5 reasons enjoying Mehran's advices and wisdom. Let's see all the likes. Oh, 5 persons. 5 persons enjoying. There's only 5 enjoying Mehran's advices. There's 15 of us now, but then it was 5, I guess. Well, I'm delighted that you guys are enjoying it, if you are. Patrick O'Donnell says, hello from Ireland. Hello, Patrick. A real Irish name, O'Donnell. Good to see you here. And says, male, 29 years, hope that you're well. Thank you very much, Patrick. Good to see you here, dear. Gary says, good evening, sir, 55 years young, Southeast England. Hello, Southeast England. And 55 years young is the right way of saying it. That's correct. By the way, we have chosen a tea selection from brand name Stash, chamomile herbal tea, wunderbar. Tasty, but it's a bit cold now. I gotta get it warmed up. So, and let's see. Juanpa says, your new website looks amazing, Mehran. Congratulations. Well, I'm delighted to hear that you like it. Lottie says the new website, Mind That Seeks Truth, looks great. Excellent, Mehran. Oh, good, Lottie. I'm glad that you like it. And where have you been, Lottie? How have you been? Hope all is well with you. I haven't seen you for a while here. Butena says, thank you. You're quite welcome, dear. Is it the first time you're here? Remember the protocol. Male or female or whatever your gender is, the age and where you tuning in from, which country. That will help me a little bit of information about who you are and put a little bit of info to the names here. And welcome. Chris says, have you considered making... Oops, I lost Chris. Chris, where'd you go? There's 16 of us here, guys. Just before it expires, click on like. Just trying to create a little buzz here. All right. Now, Chris says, have you considered making audio version of your books? Chris, that'll take a real doing. Like if we were having 1 million subscribers, which through the advertisements putting on the videos by YouTube, there would be enough funds coming in that I wouldn't have to, be engaged in my other businesses and trying to, feed every other business that I have financially, make him, have enough funds to support the programs and activities, then yeah, I would have maybe enough time to focus on that and do that. Otherwise, I would have to have some actor do it or some robotic system do it, which I'm not sure how it would be. Like if the person really doesn't know what the book, how to present the book emotionally, it would be just reading it in a monotone voice and puts people to sleep. Mind you, my voice puts people to sleep. Like I've heard hundreds of times that people say, when we listen to your videos, it's so wonderful, we fall asleep because of the resonance. I don't know if that's good or not. I think they meant it as a real compliment, and I appreciate it. But at the same time, we want it to be a kind of a voice that would help understanding what is being discussed in the chapters. And that takes lots of time, Chris. It's not like a 20-page book. Me, My Psyche, and I, which I highly recommend it, it's 360 pages. The Breakup Pain Handbook is 600 pages, which that book you can obviously, if you don't want to have it all with you, you can obviously, watch the content through the videos, because that book was based on the contents of the discussions of the videos. But since that book came out, there's at least another 1,000 pages of videos have been created, which, if I want to make the second book, there'll be another 1,000 pages. But they're very heavy and they're costly to ship. Anyhow, they're difficult, they're elaborate to turn them into, audiobooks. But it is something, I guess, worth looking into when we have money. Right now, we have no money. The channel, as you all know, it's got what? Not even 17,000 subscribers, even though so many people swear by it, they love it, they appreciate it, and they get tremendous, real, serious, positive help from it. But we're not visible. They don't find us somehow. I don't know. All the tags and everything I've learned, all the thumbnails, they all seem to be wonderful, but still. And I've seen other channels within weeks, they're up to 40, 50, 60,000 subscribers. Of course, they're news, everyday news stuff. But anyhow, that's what I'm dealing with. Once we have money, like if I have a super chat event that we could, go through that and we can accumulate, money for the channel, then we can spend some money here and there, maybe stuff that we want, maybe better camera or this and that, so forth. But until then, we do with what we have, Chris. And Chris says, thank you for answering my question. I have the ebooks working now. Oh, okay. Great. So yeah, I don't think there would be any difficulty. The system is the same. The dispense of the links are the same. You just have to look for them when you get your receipt of what you paid. There's going to be a paid blue receipt coming to you. I mean, in blue it says the name of the book, and I think when you click on that, that will just download it for you. We've never had a problem. We had one problem once 6 years ago, and the link was in the junk mail of that person, and that person was trying to figure out what happened, and simply it was there. He just never checked it there. So, all right, now Princeton says, read Master Mehran's books. Okay, he says, the truth shall set you free. Okay, good morning to you, dear sir. Good morning to you, Princeton. Thank you for that lovely introduction and support for the books. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Puria says, I can't get over my dad's death. Oh, okay. I see him every moment. Yes, you do, and that's good. I can't stop crying about it. Has been a week. Yes, well, this is the time that's how it's going to hit you. Well, it was similar for me when I lost my dad. I wasn't crying every day, but I did. I couldn't hold myself. And when I was alone, I would think of him and I would cry. And after the cry, I would feel much better. I would still be devastated. Couldn't believe that he's gone. But then, of course, it came to me that he's gone in a physical way. He's not gone. Nobody is gone. And then eventually I focused on our duty in this life and the fact that we each have duration, and his duration was up. I had to accept that. I had to accept that over my emotions and feelings and love for him. I had to accept the fact that that was his share of contribution to this world, and the time was up for him to go and enjoy and rest. This life is not always fun and games. So I understood that and I accepted that, and I could feel his blessings on my head. He always said that he was very pleased with me, satisfied with how I turned out. And so I knew that I have his prayers behind me. Whatever, the prayer doesn't mean religious, it just means good thoughts and good thinking of someone towards somebody else. So you need to understand that, Puria. The crying is good, but you can't be thinking that will be the extent of your duties and responsibilities and what you owe him. You owe him to take good care of yourself, take good care of your mother and sister. You owe him because he is your father. He started something. It is now up to you to continue his legacy, his journey. This is what you do. You can do the crying, that's fine, but you also focus on life here, you focus here, and when its time is up, then you will focus wherever and in whatever shape you will be on the continuation of life. And he says, my mom thinks I don't care about his death because I don't cry whenever she's around. Oh, yeah, I know. Don't worry about that, and don't give a damn about it. Just tell your mom, we all have our own private times, and we all feel comfortable whenever we feel comfortable to do what it is, however it is that we grieve, and move on from that. Puria, I hope you have received the email that I sent you, which was, one of the e-books that you said you could not purchase from Iran because the system wasn't accepting payments from Iran. So I've sent that book for you, so I hope that you will receive it. If you haven't, let me know. I've sent it 2 times because the first time you said you didn't receive it. So let me know when you get it, perhaps because of the, I don't know, emails from abroad, whatnot. I don't know, they check it or something. But anyhow, it's a book. It's no big deal. So, Purya says, I vividly remember his face, his voice. Whenever I lay down to rest, I see my dad resting in his grave. No, do not see your dad in the grave. That's not where he is. That's where his body is. The body is not him. So don't worry. He's not there. He's not in the grave. He is where he should be, in the form of the energy back to the universe, which is, no back, is part of the universe. So he is where he should be. And only his body, which is nothing, when we die, it's just a body. Body is not us. Body is the apparatus. Body is like the car, and the driver is really what the car is taking. So body is the car, and what is this body is transporting is who we are, which is the consciousness. So don't worry. Your dad is not in the grave. Don't imagine him there at all. He's not even there. He separated when his body could not keep energy already that very moment. I remember something very interesting and amazing I experienced that I never forgot. My aunt was in Oakland Hospital in United States years ago, like about 40 years ago, like 38 years ago. And I went there to take care of her for a bit. And then one night when I was in the hospital, and she was in a coma, but when I arrived, she saw me, she recognized me, talked to me for a bit, and that was the last time she talked to me. And one night when I was in the hospital, so I told the nurse, okay, I think I'll go home. I went to her home where her children and her husband were, and no, I don't think her husband was there, just the children. I don't remember. Anyhow, as soon as I got to her home to, maybe just wait for the morning, a hospital called, said, you come back, your aunt is gone. So I rushed back to the hospital, and she had just gone. Now, this was amazing to me. I'm standing here in the middle of the hospital room, and this is her bed, within about 3-4 feet away from me. 3-4 feet. And I'm in awe, just looking at her, but I could clearly see something lifting from her. It was not in the form of a person, it was in the form of an energy. It was like, have you ever been in a camping area that you had fire going, and when you look over the fire, just above the tip of the fire, you could see haze, like through it, you could not see the other side clear. It's like something like silhouette-ish, and the heat is moving up. A similar feeling, I could see this energy lifting up from her, and it was hazy. I could not see through the haze clearly on the other side of the room. It was lifting up from her. It was clearly something that wasn't like, there was nothing there, which you usually see the bed, her, and then through it, the other side of the wall or the chairs or whatever. This time, You could not see the other side of her clear. This curtain of energy, of silhouette, of see-through, not silhouette, see-through energy was not letting me see beyond it so clearly as I always did, like a regular field of vision. This was a moving energy. It was amazing. It took a few minutes, good few minutes, before there was no more. So, tell me, what was that? So, I am convinced that not just beyond my understanding or a theory or what I have summed up in this life as how it is when it's time for us to go, where we go, how we join back into the energy that we came from, so we don't die, but you also physically, in person, witnessed this, which tells me when we die, we are not going to, however we choose to bury ourselves, whether burn it or, buried in the ground, whatever the ritual of that nation or that culture is, that's not where we are. We've already gone. So your dad is free and respectful in the way he's amalgamated back, rejoined the universe in the pure form, not in the form of what we are right now, and that energy is here and it's helping us to function and learn and experience life. Once its time is up, it will go where it is part of the whole again. As we all know, we are part of the whole. So Puriya, relax. Your dad is not in the grave. Your dad is already in a good place, part of the whole creation as one. So I hope that was something for you to perhaps consider and understand. And he says, I know I'm in charge of my family now, but I think I'm not strong enough to accept his absence. I find this life meaningless. Well, if he knew that this is what his legacy gonna be in the hands of you who want to simply deny his efforts and what he's done for you guys, then he would not have been so confident to leave. But because he knew that you're wiser than that and you're capable and it's time, he perhaps left thinking that he's got a man in charge, that he's going to take good care of himself, you, and he's going to do his best for his mom and sister. So stop this nonsense. Stop. Grow a pair and be like your dad. When our parents leave, there is many things happens. One is that you become the man that you are. You now got to understand your powers and limitations and act on them, use them to further your positive lifestyle and affecting the communities and societies you live in, yourself, your life, your loved ones, and others in a positive manner. And that's what you should be focusing on, rather than these nonsense of, oh, I can't take it, meaning is, what do you mean you can't take it? Stop that shit and get a hold of yourself. Your father is counting on you. What this childish business that you're talking about? Do your crying, respect his life, and continue. Don't lie down and roll over. You're better than that. Now, I want to see you next time. Tell me, yes, I figured it out. My dad is gone, but his spirit is here, and I'm riding on it. And I will use that as power to be the best version of myself I can be. And that makes him more proud of who I have become, which he counted on that. Now, let's go to Lord Smith, or Lord Simon. But let me just have a little bit of a fresh air here. Lord Simon says, greetings, Mehran. Thank you to all your advice. You are a great man. Oh man, I'm only one. And you help me a lot in my darkest days. You deserve all my gratitude. Lord Simon says, male, 21 years old, Rome, Italy. Ah, buongiorno or buonasera. Come stai? Va bene? Well, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. And Achilles says, hello, sir. Antoine here, 51, male, Los Angeles. Wishing you blessings as always. Thank you very much, Achilles. Antoine. Antoine. And Lord Simon says, my ex-girlfriend told me the last time we met that I will never find another girl like her. Well, yeah, you will never find another girl who wants to leave you? Is that what it is? Isn't that what she did? So say, well, I'm glad that I don't find another one like you. And 9 months are past and I'm starting to think that she was right. No, don't. I don't remember if you let her go or she left. But either way, whatever you did, you had a reason. And if she left, well, then go on anyhow. So either way, you got to go on and you will find another. Puriya says, when I think about our memories, it makes me so crazy that I can't help myself not kicking and punching walls. Well, you know, kicking and punching walls will not do anything other than really hurting your hand or your legs, and then you will really be pissed off because not even you just lost your dad, you're not even willing to think clear and protect yourself, which he will be pretty mad at you because you're doing these crazy things. So get a hold of it, Puriya. I do understand how tough it is. But this is your opportunity to show that you can handle gravest things in life. And that's why you're here. That's part of your lesson. It's part of every one of our lessons. We all lose our parents. And this happens whether we want it or not, which none of us like it. But this is part of this life. What do you expect? You think this is a perfect life? No, this is part of it. And you gotta handle it, whether you want it or not. You must handle it to prove to yourself that you're beyond the powers that you think you have, that you can handle difficult things. There's nothing more difficult than losing a loved one. So get a hold of it. Stop being a child. Understand that kicking the wall is temper tantrum. Does not bring that. Instead, focus on your dad. The fact that he is where he is, a different stage of life. So move on and make him proud by the way you handle things, the way that you are in connection with the universe, with him, with yourself. Think about him, but not disrespect him by not taking good care of yourself. He made an effort. He did his best to take care of you guys. Now that he's not around, the first thing you do, you're going to harm yourself? No. Neither emotionally nor physically. You must understand and move on. Be strong and make him proud. This is your mission now. Loana Kiki says, right, Mehran, no dislikes. You're an amazing person. You deserve to be more visualized. Yes, I think so. I think so. Visible, yes, but visualized, I'm not sure. Maybe so. David says, hello, Mehran, male 24. Oh, yes, happy birthday. You're now 24. Dallas, Texas. Wunderbar. Lord Simon says, I don't know, but I need a new relationship. Oh, sure you do. And during the last months, I have been rejected so many times. You have been rejected, or you have been getting closer to the target, meaning the one that actually suits you. Because every time you get rejected, you can look at it two ways. oh, I was rejected, or say, one more closer to the one that is the right one, that I won't be rejected and I won't reject her. So the ones who reject you, naturally you should be rejecting them in your mind. Simple. They're disqualifying themselves. They're not disqualifying you. Chris says, the site looks awesome now. Keep up the good work, sir. Well, great, Chris. Glad you like it. Loana says, sorry to tell you the truth, but you people who watch Mehran are... lots of engine sound. Loana says, sorry to tell you the truth, but you people who watch Mehran are stingy. You know the like button is tax-free. Good. That's right, guys. 24 of you. There must be 24 at least likes. You know, funny enough, talking about stingy, the question for me is here. I have a video that is gone over 330 some odd thousand views, and it's got thousands of likes. And my question is, when the video is so popular and so good and meaningful and helpful, it's only 12 minutes. It was one of the videos I made way in past few years. One of the first videos I made. Why haven't they each subscribed? That would have put me up 300,000 subscription. So what are they waiting? What people want when they see a wonderful video that helps them tremendously? Why is it that they don't click on the subscribe? What, do you think it's cost them something? Or are they admitting, oh, I got benefit from this channel, but I shouldn't let anybody know. I shouldn't even let myself know by denying the subscription. What does that mean? If you like it, if things worthwhile, then click on the subscribe, because that is the only way this channel can make money. Obviously, we don't have super chats coming out of our ears. I've seen other channels when they do live talks, they got super chat coming out of their ears, like thousands of dollars. That helps their channel. We don't have that. Okay. But what about the subscription and the likes? That's free. So, of course, this is not for you guys here, but for the people who would maybe watch this later on also to get the point. So, thank you for that, Loana. Princess says, you do not need the vaccine. The vaccine needs you. Okay, thank you. And Rohita Bala says, hello, Mehran. This is male 38 India. I love your videos. They are helping me. I'm delighted to hear that, Rohit. And appreciate you being here, participating. And Loana says, you are 15 watching him. Wouldn't be nice to promote Mehran? He's the most wise from all of them. Be fair, watchers. Well, Loana, you're officially hired for this live talk as the official promoting manager. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words, dear. And Purya says, I did whatever I could to focus on my exams, but I see some visions as I am studying, visions of my old memories with my dad. Gonna fail them all, I guess. No. You need to simply say you honor your dad, you love your dad, but at the moment, because you love your dad, you want to do your best. So, which means you will put all those visions and all those thinkings aside to focus on the job. That's the seriousness that you give to fulfilling your dad's wishes, which is doing your best. In order to do your best, you got to sometimes take a break from everything it is that occupies your mind, including thinking about your dad, how devastating it has been. So take a break from it, respectfully put that aside and focus on your studies. Once that's done, then again you're back on your own time, and you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to spend it. So And let's go. Let's see. Now I lost you all. All right. Lottie says 40 female UK. Hello, Lottie. I find it difficult to switch off, and I really focus on my work. When I have a relative or friend who I'm concerned for their health, I can concentrate on some things, but not on my studies. Yeah, it's very difficult, of course, because so much memories and so much love and the fear of what am I going to do with all these memories? There's no place I can put them anymore. The actor of the memory is not here, and we're all so connected to our memories. That's where we get our elusive psychological security. That's where our mind finds order, and we feel the order is now disorder. What can I do with it? How do I handle it? So naturally, it'll be distracting because you can't see the merits of it. Why? It's not about why. There's no good reason for anybody dying at all, ever. But what we miss is, unfortunately, it's hard to understand, including for me, this is the way of the river. We must accept it. Otherwise, we'll go nuts. We must accept that this is not the end. How can it be? We came from somewhere, and that somewhere was part of here, but with just different dimension, we could not see it. So we came from somewhere, and there is some kind of an energy that helps us to function. Where does that energy go when we're no longer able to keep that energy and harness it and use it? We go back to where we came from. Simple. But of course, we're conditioned and used to that way of living and interaction with that person, because we haven't learned how to interact with a different form of life. We only know this way, a physical way, through our eyes and through our voices and physical touch. Yet the bigger part of our abilities, which we haven't learned yet and mastered yet, is in the pure form, which one hopes that in the next stage we will see how that works. Hopefully. So, thinking about that logic, that tells us that really we can't expect to have been disappeared. That energy that helped us live in and experience this life, we can't expect it to have disappeared. It just is not holding in the vessel that it was designed for it to hold. That vessel is now old, cannot hold it, or something went wrong with it. Now, the vessel doesn't continue its job and its duties, but what it was containing, it goes to where it came from, which was perfectly healthy and kept well there, perfectly designed to take care of it and to be part of it. So that's where it's going. That's what I think. Otherwise, the whole universe that is never ending and expanding all the time, and we are part of the whole universe, how could the parts, the fragments of the whole, not have the same characteristics of the whole? If the whole universe is ever expanding and never ending, how could me as part of it be ending and not expanding with it? Just like the drop of the water of the ocean is having the same characteristic of the ocean and wants to join it back. When it joins it back, that's the ocean. Every drop is the ocean. So every one of us is the universe in a smaller form, which is longing to get back, but It's been placed into a vessel to experience a certain kind of a life, and through that experiences bring wisdom and knowledge back to the source. And when that time comes up, well, we simply go back to the source, because we are always been part of the source, but this vessel has been separating us from the source in the form of what's holding us. Once that vessel is gone, we're just where we were always been and should be. That's the way I think. Dart Ridiculous says hello, hello. Dart Ridiculous. Loana says, what time is there to you, Mehran? It's 2:07 p.m., dear. Where are you, Loana? I missed that part, I guess. Or did you ever mention it this time? No, I think not, Loana. Because we all know you, we thought. I don't remember where you. Are you in UK or you in the States? And Luana says, your good taste in tea is giving me the desire of drinking one. Living promo. Yes, that's right. We should have gotten paid for, advertising for Stash. There's another tea that I went to get yesterday, chamomile, but the store had run out of it, so it's the second time I tried it. I think that's a very, very good tea. It's chamomile, very good quality. Now, Jack Gould says, hello, and hello. 3 week in basic training, going good so far. Good. Good. Enjoy it. It's the best time of your life. Everything is clear in the army. Army is the best lifestyle in peacetime. Lucky Moon Lucky says salam. Oh, okay, must be Farsi or what? No, it says sir, girl 29 Pakistan. Oh, you speak Farsi, or is it Pashto? Is it same? I guess it's kind of similar words from Farsi has moved into your language, or this word I'm not sure, because I think the origin of Farsi is Dari, D-A-R-I, like, I don't know, thousands and thousands of years ago. And I think Pashto maybe has similar roots to Dari. That's my limited understanding of that. And she says, nowadays I'm very hurt because my breakup. But I see him, he is moved and enjoying his life. So you enjoy your life too. You're 29 years old, you're at the best time of your life. What are you talking about? We are working one place, but I still miss him. Please give me a suggestion, sir. Ignore him. Just ignore him. Just be very formal. Hi, how you doing? That's it. Ignore him. Don't make it look like you miss him or anything, because you don't. Why should you miss someone who doesn't want to be with you? The heck with it. Move on. Always remember, there are lots of guys who would be looking to find a woman, a good woman, and obviously you're Pakistani, young woman, educated and working, and there should be lots of guys who would love to get to know you. So, but as long as you keep thinking about this guy, you won't give anybody else a chance. So focus on yourself and your life, not about missing. Why should you miss him? What qualifies him to miss? He's not qualified for you to miss him. You're missing your memories. So it is really you, part of the energy you spend, that you're missing. Your involvement with that, how it used to be. But how it used to be is dead, is non-existence. So why are you so lingering there? It's just a memory. The memory is not going to solve your interest in a relationship. So move on and don't seem like you miss him, and you shouldn't. Just focus on your work and be serious about it and respect yourself. Lottie says, I think this is a problem that I notice in my female friends. I know my female friends I talk to more when they too have a close relative who is unwell. They stop doing complex studies. Yeah, we're all distracted at that time. Loana says, about this subject of the death, what is your opinion on the afterlife? I just did, I guess. Before I got to your message, Loana, I think I've already covered that. So we go on to the next question. Achilles says, Mehran, I would love for you to check out my artwork when you have a chance. It's on Instagram under Antoine Christopher Official. Antoine Christopher Official. Hearing your opinion means a lot. Thank you for your time. For sure, I will. So could everybody else can check out your Instagram. Antoine Christopher Official. That's his Instagram. You guys can check it out. Sandy says, my mother passed away less than a year ago. I try to focus on everything she did for me. Aha, good. Good suggestion. Focus on everything that she did for you. Keeps you close. Same way for me. I still have taken my father's teachings and discussions we had to heart and use it on my daily life. Which means, in essence, if we are all consciousnesses and the physical apparatus is not really who we are, what is in consciousness is me, and by remembering and using what my father taught me or experiences I had with my dad to use in my daily life, his consciousness is with me. I'm keeping his consciousness involved in my life. So I'm close with him. I'm in touch with him. Because there is no difference when you're actually remembering what your loved one has done for you, or parents have done for you, than you being here and they be in a different city and you just feel like, oh, I don't still see him or her, but I'm okay because I know that they're physically available. Listen, they're physically here, but you're not in contact with them. You're only in contact with them through the memory you have of what they've done for you, what they taught you, you're using on a daily basis, and you're not even in contact physically with them. But you're okay that way. But as soon as you know that, oh, there will never be another time that you will physically see them, then you will panic. Even though the reality of the connection is in the actual consciousness. The things that you learned from them, the things that they did for you, the things that they taught you, the connection of the energy, which means whether you're in this city or in a different realm, in different time zone or different, dimensions, it's still the same. But we are used to having the possibility of seeing things physically, and the fact that we can't suddenly, makes us feel if it's different. But it's not. Often we just live our lives and we never see our loved ones who live in some other part of the world forever. And we're okay with that. But as soon as you say, oh, they passed away, suddenly you say, oh, what? You weren't seeing them anyhow. That would have happened. But of course, cases are different. But what I'm trying to say is that we are still in contact with the consciousness of our parents because of the things that they taught us, the things that they did for us, the things that we learned from them. All of that is that they live through us. They live through us by us using what they taught us. And that is a feeling that you should bank on and focus on in order to go through. That's what I do. My father's wisdom is with me as much as I can use it and as much as I understood it. So to me, he's not dead. He lives in me. And I have some similarity, I guess, to when I get older, when I looked at myself in the mirror and I see part of him in me, I smile. And I say, I love you, Dad. I'm so proud of you. Because that resemblance is there. And that's how we see physically to a certain point. If not now, when you get older, you begin to look like him a little bit. And it's beautiful. But emotionally and spiritually, he lives in you. Because he, whatever it wasn't the physical part, it was the consciousness. That was real him. And that's still alive. The consciousness doesn't die. So, get used to feeling him and attracting him in a different dimension, in different appearance, in a different way, not in a physical way that you're used to, but in a consciousness way. And that's still alive, will always be. Lottie says, I send you my prayers. Priya, oh, okay, you talk to Priya, good. Emmanuel says, hello, dear horse lover. Okay. How are you today? Male 26 Boston. Hello, Emmanuel. 1 of 4. Oh, we got a book coming, guys. We got a book coming. Emmanuel, 1 of 4, says, because my ex never liked seeing me relaxed or having a good time with the things I like to do, the remnant of her behavior are still on my mind. Well, get over it. She's not there. None of that really matters anymore. 2 of 4. And whenever I'm having a good time or being relaxed, I think I'm doing something right. Yes, because you think you're not sharing it with her, and the way she used to kind of get on your nerve that you're not doing this, not doing that, you're relaxed and all that, has been conditioned you to think that as if you're doing something wrong. Just like when you're having a relaxing time and you blame yourself, oh, I think I'm not doing wrong or doing something wrong because I'm not studying. You know how we used to feel? I mean, this is how it was for years, even up to just recently. If I'm just enjoying myself, doing nothing, maybe listening to music or just watching something I like, I feel guilty. Oh, I'm not studying. I'm not working. I'm not doing something. Or these are the conditionings we received since childhood. Because in childhood, we were all being pushed by the teachers, by the parents. Go do your homework. Go study. Are you studying well? Are you good? Because it was all about, okay, I'm smart if I study, if I get good grades, otherwise I'm not. So it was all about studying, which was all pure bullshit. But that is the condition that we have. You should be now working towards undoing it. So in other words, the wise word of the day is, in this regard, don't give a shit. That's how you think of it. And that's the end of that. And we have 3 of 4 says being relaxed for her meant wasting time and money. She was one of those people who are constantly on a rush trying to take the world upon her shoulders to feel alive. Yeah, well, okay, you don't have to follow what she did. You just do whatever it is that you want to do. Purya says, I tried my best to receive that email you mentioned. I deleted all my inbox. I downloaded several apps, but none of them turned out to be useful. None turned out to be useful. Is it possible to send me the link instead of the... Yeah, of course. That's a good idea. Yeah. I think I can manage it. I'll send you the link. Yeah, sure. Emmanuel says 3/4 being okay. That's already done. Yep. 4 of 4 says I'm not condoning laziness, but she didn't realize that it is normal for a human being to have a moment of relaxation. And I don't think that's something that one should feel guilty of. Yeah, but what you're guilty of, Emmanuel, is that you're still talking about her. Just don't. You're free. It's all over. You grab the way you want to live, do what you want to do, think it through, see if that's the most useful way of spending your time, and do it. That's it. Stop thinking about her, talking about her. She's not around. Anything now that you do is not her responsibility. Get over the conditioning. You're a free man. You make your own decisions and do whatever it is that you want to do. Oh my goodness, you guys, we have a super chat. Got €10 from, let's see. Wayne again. Very generous, Wayne. Thank you for helping the channel. Wayne, male 46. Greetings, Mehran, from your fan base in Ireland. Okay. Ireland, what a land. I want to see that land. Once you guys arrange some kind of a speaking engagement for me, I'll come to Ireland or wherever it is that you guys can put enough people together and, I don't know, sell tickets and get them all interested to know about themselves, and then I'll come in and we'll all have good time and good discussions and share whatever it is that we could share. But thank you very much, Wayne. It's very kind of you. I appreciate that. Channel is getting rich. Guys, behold, we're not done yet. Sandy says she was the most loving and kind mother and gave so much of herself to our benefit. I count my blessings, and this helps me through the grief. Good for you, Sandy. That's correct. Ashish Yadav says, sir, recently my girlfriend ditched me. Well, you know, the whole idea of using words such as ditch or dump is wrong. Nobody dares to dump you. Just conflicts and divisions based on the differences in consciousness. That's what we are. We're a collective of information and knowledge and experiences in life, and each person's collective knowledge and information experiences are different, and those differences naturally brings about conflicts and divisions. And if one is not poised to respond to it in a positive manner and compromise and learn from each other, understand these differences are normal and how we can come to certain common grounds, you know, this is how you would deal with it. Otherwise, it happens, and it's not a bad thing. But talking down to yourself that she ditched me or she dumped me, why, are you garbage? How could you allow yourself to disrespect yourself using such words? Just say, well, she chose different and I lost. Big deal. That's it. Unless you think the source for your worth and value comes from outside, from her. Well, really? What has she accomplished in life that has made her a qualified source of evaluating other people? Other people who are evaluating the others are looking for somebody else to evaluate them. They're hoping for some good words and opinions so they would feel good about themselves, while you are sitting around thinking, oh, the word that was uttered to me from this person or that person or my girlfriend, oh, makes me feel this way or that way, or not good enough, or that I feel therefore I'm not worthy. Well, that's nonsense. Because she herself is looking for somebody else to say something nice about her to feel good about herself. It's like hearing other people's opinion have become to be the currency of how you think, see yourself, and evaluate yourself or feel about yourself, which is nonsense. You shouldn't be dependent. When you talk about, oh, I shouldn't be dependent, I'm independent. Well, if you're independent, you wouldn't give a shit about what other people utter about you when you've lived a positive and decent life. Simple. You care about, oh, I don't want to be dependent. No. I pay for it myself. I want to be dependent. I want to be independent. Okay, that part you're okay. You understand. But you don't understand that part of being independent is also not giving a shit about other people's nonsense about you when you have lived your life clean and decent and you're a positive person in life. So include that in the meaning of being independent. Also independent of other people's opinion about you. And don't let it to be the currency that evaluates or puts a number on your worth and value. Then you are truly independent. You make your own money and you also have your own thoughts and value about yourself and judgment. And he continues, but I am trying my best to get her back. Why? Why? Why do you want to get her back? For what reason? Why should you? Is there a limit out there that only her, she could understand you and love you, which she didn't? But you, as a programmed robot, still want to go and have propensity toward gravitating toward her. Why? She's the one who is surely evident, proven that she cannot be sophisticated enough and wise enough to understand your worth and value. Why do you want to be with someone who is clearly not qualified? Because part of the qualification to be with someone is that if that someone actually wants to be with you. If she has already chosen for whatever reason not to be with you, then she's disqualified. Is there not somebody else out there that would be willing to get to know about you and appreciate you? Isn't that the better choice? Why would you want to be with someone who has already proven that is not qualified to be with you? Why? For what reason? And he says, I'm not able to move on. Well, you are able to move on. You just don't want to move on because you think she was better than you. But in fact, she wasn't. What makes her feel she's better than you is your own desire about her, which is in you, which means you are in control of your desire, which means you're the one who doesn't let you move on, not her. She's outside of you. She has no control on you. The reason you want her is not because she's so wonderful and she's reciprocating and she's giving you reasons to be attracted to her. Why? Because she's chosen not to want to be with you. And why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? That means she's not in control of that. You are. Your desire for intimacy with her, your desire to have her in your life, for what reason, God knows. Why would you want to have someone in your life who doesn't want you or is not willing to reciprocate or, be committed or dedicated as much as you want to be? Why would you think she's all that good? Nothing. It is you who make her all that good, not her. She's not making her by the way she is and acting and reacting and treating you towards you that proves to you she's all that good. She's not. You are. And what is it in you? Well, you're a guy, you're a heterosexual man, and you're programmed to want a woman. And she's a woman that you knew. The fact that you know her, it brings that possibility of intimacy and being with a female, which you're programmed in your genes to be and to pursue, makes that possibility a reality because you know her, you know of her. That chance, that possibility seems to be getting closer to reality and actuality. So it's a possibility you don't want to let go. Otherwise, there are other women out there far more qualified than this one, but you don't know them, so you think, oh, that possibility doesn't exist. But it does. You just got to go and find it. In other words, you pinpoint that possibility, and then through discussion, you will see she's interested. If she wasn't, you go to the next one. If she is, then that the possibility is found. And then you capitalize on that. But thinking of her because you know her, that she's the only possibility, because you're lazy, you don't want to try to build another thing. Oh, this one is halfway there. Why? Because she knows me. She said hello to me. So I'm now in. In for what? What about her consciousness? What do you know about her? What you're in is your desire, looking at her body and say, okay, I'm attracted to her. But that's not her that you're attracted to her. And what you're attracted to has nothing to do with her. Because who she is not what you see of her. Who she is in her consciousness. That's the part that you should learn and find out. if that's qualified or not, if you still want to be with her or not. But the fact that you're programmed to be attracted to her sexually doesn't let you go beyond that. You think because you're attracted to her sexually, therefore she's perfect, she's good enough, that's all I want. But once you are actually involved with her sexually, then you start calming down and getting to know who she is. And that's the time you guys find out, oh God, no, I can't stand her. I can't have a good rapport with her, have a good connection with her, because who she is in her consciousness is not compatible to me, but who she is physically naturally is compatible, because I'm a heterosexual guy and she's a heterosexual female, and I love and I'm programmed to pursue her. Therefore, that part is already good. But that's not who she is. What operates that beautiful body or attractive physical appearance that you see is inside her, that you don't know her. You don't know still what that is. You can't know a person's personality and persona and the center, who that person is, from looking at her physical portion of her existence. But most of us guys do, because that's how we are wired up. When we're attracted sexually to a female, we think then she's got everything that we expect anyhow, because we just go nuts. We can't see anything further. You got to be wise, you got to be patient, and you got to communicate together. See if you two actually find who you are, your consciousnesses, compatible and lovable, likable, tolerable. And then you go on and capitalize on the fact that you're also interested in each other's physical appearances. And says, sometimes she calls me and my heart melts. Well, don't. Why? That's exactly why she doesn't want you. Because she doesn't have enough confidence in herself. You see a beautiful woman, you think, what, just because she's beautiful and you're turned on and you're all about, oh, how can I get to know her, that's how she thinks of herself? No. She thinks of herself as a human being who got to get up and wash her face and eat something and do whatever it is that she got to do, toiletry, and then she got to go to work and make money, and then she got to come and cook and eat. That's how she sees herself, as a normal human being. You see her as an angel because you're sexually attracted. That's what you're programmed as a heterosexual male, to be attracted to female. And that's what you think the whole thing rests. No, she doesn't see herself as perfectly qualified, because you don't even know her when you qualify her. You're just attracted to her, and you don't go beyond that. But she herself doesn't think she's all that. And until you're sure and attracted with her on conscious level, you shouldn't think she's all that either. So investigate, talk, interact, and then find out if you guys are actually good enough to melt your heart when she calls. You never let your heart to be melted for someone that you don't know, or someone who doesn't want you. And why is she calling you? But next time she calls, says, well, it's good to hear that you're well. Are you well? Says, yes, I'm healthy. So, well, great. But why are you calling me? We broke up. So I ask you, don't call me again. Simple. Have respect for yourself and go on with your life, and find other women who are actually willing to be in a relationship with you and build something. There we go. So I think I answered that while I was reading it. And okay, Puri is talking to Martin. Lottie, okay. Dudley says, hi Mehran. Hello, Dudley. Remind me, Dudley, protocol. M or F, the age, and where you tuning in from. I think you're in UK, no? Am I right? Loana says, what do you think happens to the spirit soul after the death? What about the black hole? What about black hole? It's black and it's whole. So there's no light in there. I won't go in there. Does it have something to do with the spirits? No. Not at all. These are not just speculation of nonsense. Just... I think we discussed this question way before, like about 20 minutes ago, before I got to the question, Loana. So I hope that answer would be sufficient. And I will, of course, upload the video afterwards, and then we'll see. Deepak Phonotech. I guess Phonotech is just maybe a product name. I doubt that's your last name. So Deepak says, sir, my darling is Christian. Already you're whipped because you call her darling, and obviously she's not with you, is it? Let me read the rest. And I'm Hindu. She's saying our marriage can't be possible. There you go. Then she's not your darling. She shouldn't be. Disqualified her. She says our marriage is not possible because I'm Christian. What? Is Christian better than a Hindu just because of religion? Or Hindu better than Christian just because of religion? It's not nonsense. Were you guys Christian and Hindu before you were born? No. You were the spirit you were. You were the energy who came into this life to experience this life. And because of where you were born, which family, which country, which geographical area, and what your family believed, and you became that. That wasn't your choice. That's not a God-sent decree. Thou must be Christian or thou must be Hindu. No. Your parents were Hindu or your parents were Christian, and you were born in that neck of the wood, and then you became that. So it's not something that it's a heavenly choice or whatever. These are ways to differentiate and divide people, that we have chosen it to be having that power to divide us. Religions are supposedly to make a better version of you, to become calmer, nicer, loving, and treat people equally, but it has become something that it wasn't meant to be. It's become a divisional portal. Oh, I'm Christian. Oh, I'm Hindu. Oh, therefore, no place for you. Hindu is better. Christian is better. Hindu is better. Christian is better. And the other says, oh, by the way, wait a minute. Muslim is better. Oh, no, Christian. Oh, no, Hindu. Oh, what? The other says, Judaism. Oh, well, no. What? What have you created? They're all good. The only thing bad about them is they can't get along. But the religions are supposed to bring people together. That was the whole purpose of it, make you a better, more conscientious person. But they're being used to divide us. Don't let that happen. You're still a human being. You're still with the same qualities, and you're still subject to being conditioned, and in every way like everybody else. Doesn't matter if you're Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Jewish, or whatever it is, or what is it? Buddhist. You're still the same human being with the same shortcomings and qualifications and qualities. So the religions should not come between you. If anything, these religions, no matter what religions you are, should bring you closer, because every one of these religions teaches how to become accepting, loving, caring for the other people. But suddenly you have turned that into meaning, oh, you should be only accepting, loving, and caring and nice to other people who are of the same religion as you are. That's the reason for the division and conflicts in the world. Look at it everywhere. Under the name of religions, there are more wars than anywhere else ever in this history of mankind. Under the name of religion, more people got killed than any other thing. Pretty much. And still that differences in religions, which they all claim that they actually believe in the same God, only the path that they've taken, the formula they've taken is different. And because of that path, therefore, we are different. It's like everybody's trying to climb a mountain. That's what I look at the religions. Everybody was trying to get to the summit. That's where they can find the best version of themselves, become closer to the gods, and follow the teachings of their God and whatnot. But it's the same summit. They all want to reach the summit in the mountain. But according to their ability and the agility and the knowledge of the way, they choose different paths, different parts of the mountain to climb up. One goes by rope, one goes, cliff, climbing with the fingers and holding in the ropes. and the other one just simply goes around and walks through the mountain to get to the top. The other one, I don't know, uses helicopter to get top. I don't know, different reasons and different ways. And one of them is chubbier, can't go this way, just takes a walk around it and goes up. The other one is fit and takes the ropes or the rock climbing part of it. But whatever it is, they all aim the same place, which is the summit. That's how I look at the religions. Everybody wants to become that better person, closer to their God or to the quality of human beings that they should all be striving for. Positive, kind, and peaceful, and all that stuff. But they're choosing different paths, different religions. It's like different side of the mountain they're choosing according to their know-how and ability and agility to get to that. So the goal is the same, only paths are different. And these differences in the path make you forget about the goal is the same. But then you think, oh, therefore we're different. Because I'm going to the restaurant from that street and they turn there, and then I make a right turn and go to there. And the other one says, no, because I make a left turn and then right turn, and then I go there and arrive there, then we're not going to the same place. Therefore, we should be enemies because we're chosen different paths. This is how it works today, unfortunately. And they have all lost the whole reason for these religions to take place. Human beings were a bunch of savages, and they used all the religious beliefs to create a more civilized interaction. But then it turned out to be the reason for what they were trying to eliminate, which was wars and differences and unkindness and misjudgments and misbehavior and mistreatment of each other. So I think your darling should learn a thing or two about what it is that a human being is based on. And these religions were not before birth. These religions became part of you because you were born in that family, in that country, which happened to be Christian or Jewish or Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist. Otherwise, you could have been anything if you were born somewhere else. Just nonsense. And he says, she's saying our marriage can't be possible without baptism. Should I do baptism? Well, then she has to also do the same in Buddhism, if that's the case, equal. So listen, I'll do baptism if you do whatever the tradition of becoming a Buddhist, Hindu is. Right? Say, I'll do the baptism, you do the Hinduism, then we're good. Otherwise, she's already deciding that just because she is following a certain regimen, a certain religion, that makes her superior. Why? And you are programmed as a heterosexual male to pursue female and sex and sexuality, so you're just focused in what it is you're programmed to pursue and not really focused on the nonsense that's coming out of her mouth. If either one of you try to make the other one to comply and convert into your religion, nonsense is coming out of your mind, your mouth. Should be free. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but be a good human being toward each other. That has nothing to do with being married. You have your own personal preference for religion. Okay. That's fine. But what does it have to do with being good to each other and loving each other as two human beings? Is there a guarantee if you find a Hindu girl that will be definitely a good wife? Or is there a guarantee if she finds a Christian boy would be definitely a good husband? No, we've seen two Christians getting married and beating the crap out of each other or divorcing and being hostile to each other. And we've seen Hindus do the same thing. We've seen Muslims too, married couple, Muslim or the Jewish. They all have been at each other's neck at one time or another. And at the same time, the Jewish couple or the Muslim couple or Hindu couple or Christian couple have been exemplary and wonderful people and lived a good long life of marriage together. So it is not the religion that makes a good marriage or not. It is the two people and their actual persona and their devotion to that whole concept of building something that really makes it work or not. So hopefully your girlfriend would be able to hear these and get out of the dogmatic way of thinking, and you guys be kind to each other and let each other be free and just live a life, get married, and go on with your lives. This whole nonsense of, I'm this religion, so I'm better, you got to come here. No, it's like a multi-level marketing. Oh, I got to recruit you. No, you come here. No. I want to sell you this. No, nonsense. All right, let's go on before it turns into a comedy episode. Purya says, each time you talk to me, Mehran, I grow wiser and see this world differently. The last time we met, I was about to end my life, but I didn't. I tried to fight it, and I did. I grew stronger. That's my boy. That's my boy. Right this moment, your father is now proud of you. He is now confident, relaxed, that his son is going to take care of things. And firstly, his son is going to take care of himself, and is capable of seeing it through, seeing the nonsense and the truth clearly, and separating the two, continuing his life, his own legacy and your father's legacy. That's a good boy. Your father is proud of you. Wunderbar. Continue on, my friend. You have a place in this life, and duties and responsibilities, and you should look forward to them. Your father is with you, as my father is with me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything he taught you is in your head, and he lives in you. Do not disappoint him. Do not underestimate the power of your father in you. Don't forget it. You will be fine. You're now stronger than you've ever been before. Focus on that. Focus on that. Believe in that. All right. I sounded like Darth Vader, I think. It was enjoyable. Unintentional, but I could see the resonance. And Loana says, from Romania. Loana says, mysterious I am. Oh, and Yoda you are, because you spoke in Yoda's language. You didn't say I am mysterious. You said, mysterious I am. That's right. Mysterious you are. Lucky Moon Lucky says, yes sir, my language is Pashto. There we go. I knew that. Deepak, 3 messages and 3 retracted. All right. I hope you weren't swearing, Deepak. All right. Yeah, Purya says, I feel guilty because I spend most of my life locked in my room studying books and not spending time with my family. I regret it now. Wish it all end in a way that makes my dad proud. Yes, it will, because that's what you have realized it needs to be done. So you will actually be living a good, strong, positive, productive life, because you have become wise to that, why you should do that. On top of all the reasons you had personally, you now also recognize this is something that your father would prefer and would wish and would want, and you will follow that because you have decided that is what you want to do, and it's the best remedy to turn this life in a positive lifestyle, in a positive outcome, in a positive experience, as your father meant it to be, wanted it to be. Good for you. Good for you. Don't feel guilty, because at that time, that's the decision you had to make with the information that was available. If somebody would have told you that at certain time, because the physical appearance, your father would not be here, they say, okay, the hell with the books, I'll be there. But you didn't know that. It's not a guilty thing. There's nothing to feel guilty about it. We all live our normal life based on hoping that everything will be all fine. We don't think about that. So there's no guilt there. You should have felt guilty if you didn't do the best you could do when you were doing it. And you did. You were living a normal life. Whatever you were having, playing games or reading books or whatever it was, your normal life. You didn't have any other reason to live any other way. So don't beat yourself up. That's fine. Not a problem. Move on. Lottie says, I find it difficult when a close relative is not really well. Yeah, that's, of course, Lottie, of course. Muhammad says, Grand Alpha. Says 29 from the land of camels and falcons. Falcons. Uncle Mehran, how would I jubilate? How would I show my happiness and love? I am glad to see you doing well. All the love, the hugs, and respect. Well, what you can do is to take a look at the site and see how you like it, and share the videos on your social media if you like them, and like the videos that you watch, and see if you can actually have your university invite me for a conversation and a discussion. So there we go. Other than that, you don't have to do a darn thing. I'm glad that you're here. Lottie says, okay. The reason I don't read some of the things because then there's no question in there, and it's for everyone's benefit, so they can read it themselves. Otherwise, I can go to the next question. But I do inform myself of the comment in case there's something for me to respond to. She says, I also do the things I have to do for work. Yeah, good. But how to allow to give myself time? And she says, I have many relatives who I love, and there is only so much time. Work is important, and my relatives also would want me to relax and do other things and not always be worrying over them. Yes, that's correct. That's true. Yeah, Puria, that was funny, wasn't it? Puria says, what about black hole with a question mark? Repeating that question, I think Loana asked. Well, it's black and it's so. Yes, I laughed after this. Yeah, good. This is it. There we go. Puria says, I guess a relationship with different beliefs doesn't work out. My ex was Muslim, not any Muslim, but one of those dedicating their whole life to their religion. We fought a lot before breakup because I hadn't the same beliefs. Good for you. You should not be, nobody in any religion should be so, what is it? What's the word? I forgot. I'm blank. Let me have some tea. Anyhow, I don't remember the word. Too much. Too much of anything is bad. Let's put it this way. Even if you've got pastry or pomegranates or banana or cucumber or tomatoes or oranges or apples, whatever it is, even if it's so beneficial, nutritious, and good for you, too much of everything or anything is harmful, most probably, in most cases. Whether it's religion or not, you're not supposed to be just get everything out and put religion in your head, which you can't even think freely, because religion is what? Is a certain set rules and sayings, which is knowledge, and knowledge is always the past. So you can't be interacting with the world as it is happening if you are too much into a certain religion. Religion is good enough for you to guide you in certain ways that you need to. But if you fill your head with everything religion, the religion is a knowledge, and knowledge is always the past. And then you're living your life as it's happening with the past. It doesn't work. It's always conflicts and division. Then you will have problems in life because you are trying to guide your present and life as it's happening with the past, which doesn't synchronize well. And you will have difficulties connecting with people, not just with other religions, with other people, let alone other religions. You will be really having stumbling blocks. So there is a limit to it. If you want to be too religious, you're not really doing yourself a favor, or you're not being as at the optimum of your capabilities in life, because the religious rules are rigid and they are holding you back from being able to bring what that religion is intended for you to bring out from yourself, which is more creativity, more peace, that would result in more creativity and more innovative mind, more relaxed mind, more a mind that can reflect things better because it's more relaxed and more subtle and more safe and secure. But if you have too much of it, it stops you like a brake, that you can't even go further than what it is that is trying to make you further. Religion is trying to bring the best part of you, apparently, and then when you get too far in it, it's like anything else that we talked about, any sustenance. Too much of it, it becomes a digestive problem. It becomes a problem that you cannot solve to go on and be the best version that you're meant to be by using those religious beliefs. I think all religions mean well, but then if you become too dogmatic to it, then you're missing the other parts of the world, other parts of life experience, which is not intended by religions. Anyhow, having said that, Huria says she was forcing me to have the same beliefs as she did. Well, forget that. Certain amount of healthy amount of philosophy and beliefs that helps you to become a better version of yourself in the way of religions or whatnot, whatever religion that is, as long as it's positive, and religion that is meant to bring more peace and tranquility and happiness for people and treating everyone better is good. But more than that, well, then you're just losing all other purposes that you're here in this journey of life. Male 54 Denmark says, hello dear Mehran, your analogy of the different religions, the mountain reaching for the summit is great. Thank you very much. Is that Jan by any chance? Am I right? Is that Jan? It says JB. Juanpa says, Mehran, that Yoda impression was on point. Juanpa says, male 23 Costa Rica, Mehran, on Monday I start my first formal job. The one that is far away, that you got to travel for a couple of hours to get there. I think I remember that. I'm a little bit concerned on how to manage my relationship with my boss and co-workers. I want to be respectful but not too shy and be nice. I don't always know to socialize in the situations, and because it is work, I found it more important to have a good relationship with my coworker. Do you have any advice? Yeah, just be yourself. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to be too funny or too involved in whatever it is that they do, or make comment in everything that they do. Just you want to be part of the group. No, just when you're addressed, you respond with being you the way you would. As someone who's a coworker. They're not your friends right now. They're coworkers. So treat them as co-worker until it becomes more. If you're too friendly, they think, oh well, he's, you know, he doesn't have any respect for himself. He's too available or too friendly, but we're not. But if they seem to be friendly, then you're friendly. If they're being co-workers, they just be co-workers until it develops into a more friendly atmosphere. Just be yourself. You don't have to be too reserved. You don't have to be too, outgoing. Just be balanced. Nothing to show there. Nothing to push for. Just see how it goes. Jan says yes. Well, then I hope that you received my response to your email, which was, I guess, a week ago. I never heard back that you got it, and I hope that you did. I remember it was a kind of a longer letter, and I responded between your lines with different color, and I hope that you got that, and I hope that you were able to get answers to some of your questions in that letter. Because you usually acknowledge the receipt of the response, and usually that made me feel like you got it. But this time I didn't, so I don't know if you got the email or not. Hopefully everything is good. And Sikakrak says, how should one end a relationship without hurting the other person's feeling? Sikakrak, first, I like to see the protocol observed. In other words, male, female, whatever your gender is, and how old you are and where you coming from. I can see here it says, I subscribed like in 2015. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm glad that you did that. Well, I'm looking for the rest of it if you have any kind of a info here, but I don't see it here. So could you kindly let me know if you're man or woman, because I am not familiar with the names from every part of the world. So although I can see a little small thumbnail that shows some figure in there, I think you're a gentleman, you're a man. But then anyhow, M for man, and age, and then where you come from. And he says, I share your content. Oh, thank you very much. It's very nice of you. I appreciate that. That's wonderful. So let me go back to your question here while you let us know how old you are. Yes, yes, yes. And I'm a little confused here. You say female, it's a female. I'm 25 from Argentina. Then you say I'm a man. So I'm kind of confused. If you let me know your gender. So he asks, how should one end a relationship without hurting other person's feelings? Well, you can't avoid that. You're gonna hurt someone's feeling when you want to end the relationship. When she's not in agreement with you to end the relationship, naturally you're going against what she is feeling, and you're going to hurt her. Well, that's the way it is. You can't help it. But you can be cordial. You can say, dear, I think our understanding and experiences in life are different, and I think you will have a better chance with finding a more qualified person to your liking and more compatible with you than me. I seem to think that we're a little bit too far away from being able to help each other to build something in a balanced way. So I'm asking you if that's all right with you, if you accept my explanations. We go on our separate ways, and we try to maybe see what we can do in our lives, and perhaps we meet somebody else that would be closer to how our consciousness is put together. Something like that. But anyhow, you're gonna hear that anyhow. Wayne Harmon says, 46 Irish. My ex flirted with a guy on our last night together. Months later, I saw them leaving a bar, going home together. I had anxiety and panic attacks about them being intimate with each other. Why? Why? Why would you even want to be with a girl who flirts with other guys when you're together? That should have disqualified. You should have talked with her, and if she didn't correct that, you should have said, well, I wish you well. I'm not interested in that kind of relationship, as I respect you by not flirting with other women. I would expect the same, because this is simply the meaning of exclusive relationship. Not to be in a relationship and still flirt with other girls or other guys. It just doesn't make sense. And if she didn't understand that, then you should have just simply walked away. Too often, guys are too shy to let go a relationship go, because you get intimacy and sex from it. And that should not be good enough reason to hold on to something that is not really appealing or meeting your standards of interaction or your protocol, proper protocol that you have in mind as far as a behavior and treatment when you're in a relationship. So you got to learn from that and be a little bit more respectful to yourself. If a relationship is not complying with your standards, you simply have the guts and say, well, I don't care that there's sex here, and I'm not going to be blackmailed by it or allow it to influence my better judgment, and I see that she's not really suitable in behavior to be in a relationship with me, because that's not how I see relationship should be. Therefore, I'm going to sever the relationship and wish her well and move on and let her go and sleep with whomever she wants, because I don't give a shit to want to be with a girl who actually wants to be with other guys or flirts with other guys. That's just not how we heterosexual males are built. We do not like our girlfriends' shortcomings in personality translate into flirting or allowing other guys to flirt with them, and not be strong enough to say, hey, listen, I'm not interested in your behavior, move away. And then that would clearly show to the other guys that she's in a relationship and she's not interested. That is very important for us guys. And if you girls don't understand that, then that's why many times your relationships won't work with your guy friend, with your boyfriend. Because it's one of the no-no things that when you're in a relationship, your boyfriend does not like to see you allow other guys flirt with you. I don't care what you call it, they will not sit well on the boyfriend. The same way that you would feel if your boyfriend is flirting with other girls, it's even 10 times worse or 100 times worse. Just the way it is. Just the way we've been conditioned, just the way the hormones work, our genes work, our conditioning works, the way we have been programmed works. It has nothing to do with understanding or civility, or there's nothing to understand about it. It's a caveman gene that still exists in us, and that's the way we are. And it's no different with how annoyed you guys are when you see boys, your boyfriend flirts with other girls, and you raise hell, in fact, many of you, because you understand this is your territory, this is your man, and you want to keep him away from other women who want to hit on him, and you expect him to keep himself away from them by his behavior and his mannerism. And that's exactly the same thing that your boyfriend expects from you, and even 100 times worse, because it is just the way we are. We don't like other men to have a chance to chat up our women. That's the way it is. It is anything to do with civility or understanding or jealousy. Just the way it is. What's good for the gander, what is it? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. But sometimes some women don't understand it. They think, well, the guy was not flirting with me, he was just conversing. No, he was flirting with you, and you know damn well the difference between conversing and flirting. But you're okay with that because it makes you feel good. Because most women want to feel good and they want to do that by receiving attention from other guys. But they don't understand that that is not looked upon the way they feel satisfied, and they may not want to go further with it, but the idea of being flirted with makes them feel good, confident. You shouldn't get your confidence from other guys' attentions if you're in a relationship. And if you are, understand that it's exactly the same with the guy. The guy doesn't want to see you flirt with other guys just as much as you don't want to see him flirt with other girls. And even more. There's a difference between these things in the feelings that is generated in a man and a woman. A woman might not see it as intrusion, but men do know what the other guy's intention is by chatting up his girlfriend. They know why he's talking to that girl. He's hoping, because that's how we're built. If a guy is chatting up with a girl, that it's not always just a situation that is just a discussion about, I don't know, formula of the relativity or chemistry formula. It's a hopeful discussion, most often, that is hoping to get it to maybe a possibility of having tea or coffee or further on. This is obvious. That's written in the gene of the man. If he's a heterosexual male, he's pursuing heterosexual female, and the conversation is a prelude to bring about that what he's programmed to pursue. And your boyfriend knows that intention because he's also built that way. So when another guy is chatting you up, he understands the purpose behind it. You may not, but if you're old enough, you should understand, because that's how it is. You can't expect your boyfriend suddenly not to care about it or to be understanding. There's nothing understanding about it. This is a matter of mating. And in mating, the boyfriend cannot understand that you're okay with some guy chatting you up or reciprocating or being too polite about it and not clear about, hey, listen, I'm not interested and thank you, that conversation is over, if it gets over the line that it's not supposed to cross. That's the kind of a girl most guys like, that is able to cut the line and stop the nonsense of some guys trying to chat her up. She recognizes that, and out of respect to herself and to her boyfriend and her relationship, she's controlling that and cutting that conversation off in any polite manner or whatever is necessary to let the guy know that she's not in the market or she's not interested. This is something that most of you girls miss, and then you wonder why these things are not understood, because it's nothing to be understandable by your boyfriend. It is not expected by him. It is expected that you would handle it. That's a mature relationship. You're not 19 years old to flirt with anybody just to feel good about yourself. If you want to be a lady, you have to understand that. And the same thing with guys. You're no longer 18 or 19 to just chat up with every girl. So, oh, she talked to me. Well, you have a girlfriend. You're 28 or 26 and you have a girlfriend. And therefore, behave like a mature man and respect yourself and the relationship. And therefore, don't allow other girls to chat you up. You can be pleasant because you're a man. You can't react to other girls like your girlfriend should be reacting to other guys. That's different. You're a man. You're supposed to be a gentleman, but at the same time, assertive to let the boundaries to be known. If a woman is young enough to your age and is chatting you up and you can feel it, you can politely say, well, okay, it was very nice chatting to you. My girlfriend's waiting for me. I'll be, I need to go now. Simple. or make up something that is gentlemanly and pleasant and not rude, because you're a man, you should be polite with women even though if they're hitting on you. But in the case of the girls, you can try to be, obviously you can see it coming, so you can stop that conversation with the guy who's trying to chat you up, or you try a polite way. If it doesn't work out, then you got to go a little bit extreme and just stop the guy assertively. That's the way it works. Otherwise, you can't expect your boyfriend understand that you don't mean anything. Yeah, you don't mean anything by it. That's understandable. But the guy who's chatting you up actually thinks that you're okay with it, and that creates a problem for you and for your boyfriend's image, and at the same time, it could lead up to further conversations that is unnecessary when you're in a relationship. So, having said all that, let's move on to now we're going to Wayne again. Wayne says, 46, thank you, Wayne. I texted her wanting her back. Right after you saw that, you shouldn't have. Now that I have moved on, I'm angry with myself for losing my self-respect. Yeah, you should be angry, but it helps you to learn. You will not do it again. Next time when you feel like that, you will remember how you feel right now, angry because of that text, because you were, anxious and you saw her with somebody else and you thought, oh, I should have her back. No. Why should you have her back? Why should you have a woman back who actually had the chance to be with you, but she decided not to be? For whatever reason. She had you, she left you, she doesn't deserve to come back. That's the end of it. Simple. Make your life simple. And rise above that desire of yours, that the prerequisite of desire to take place is already in your memory, alive and accessible. And that's what actually you remember those prerequisites when you have a trigger about your ex, and then you think that you are now desiring her again because all those prerequisites were reminded, and then you thought that they just happened and are created freshly, and then your desire reborn. Instead, quickly understand and remind yourself, these prerequisites are not happening again. They're just memory, and I remember the things that went wrong with that relationship and why she left, and the fact that she did leave. Therefore, that makes her disqualified for me to desire her again. And on that note, you can stop that desire, which stops your reaction by sending that text. And he says, I know if I see her or her friend again, I'll look like an idiot. No, you won't. You're a man. You often act on your hormones. You just learn to not. Simple. And that's okay. Forgive yourself and move on. You'll never look like an idiot. We'll never look like an idiot when we do these idiotic things. It's just because we did something silly. That doesn't make you an idiot. It just makes you be the man that you are. And you learn from it and you go on. Don't worry about it. Life is short. Forgive yourself and learn from it and move on. No big deal. Juanpa says, thank you, Mehran. And yes, it's the job that is far away. It's the job that is far away from my house. I'm okay with it now, thanks to you, and I am too excited to get started. Glad you remember. Yeah, good. Go and enjoy your work and learn it and be good at it. And when you're good at it, and also nice to people, not overly, but just enough, so they will respect you. At the same time, they know that you're a nice person and you're good at your job, you'll be popular. Don't worry. All right. Leah V says, Dear Mehran, what do you say about the age difference? Me, Leah, female, 48. You sound like these characters in the movies. Me, Tarzan. You, Jane. So she says, me, Leah, female, 48. He, my potential boyfriend. Oh, 35. Who? Who is he? 35. She says, what do you say about age difference? Oh, I see. You're 48. He is 35. I'll enjoy it while it lasts. He wants it. He's good enough. He's presentable and kind to you, and go for it. Why not? You see, the problem is not the age difference the way you have explained it right now. The problem is that it starts when you want to turn the temporary to permanent. You look at this relationship as temporary because you're a wise woman, age 48. You must have learned a thing or two. You know a 35-year-old man will be infatuated with you probably because of you're pretty and you take care of yourself, and he's excited about it, and okay, he's running on hormones and so on. But it is possible that on consciousness level, on experience level, on mental level, you guys eventually, once the excitement of the first few months or a year passes, you may not feel the same about each other because the level of experience and interaction or communication may not be the same. And if you really focus on each other's qualifications, not what each one of you does for the other one, not that, I don't know what he does for you as far as provisions or maybe qualifications or job or security, or what you do for him maybe as far as qualifications or provisions or job or security. I'm not talking about what you guys do for each other. I'm talking about the actual connection between your consciousnesses. You will realize that, well, you guys are not really a fit because he's in a different stage of life, still haven't learned things, about 13 years difference, and a woman usually expects a little bit more life experience from her man. In this case, you have more life experience than he does, so you may not be turned on as much as you may be right now, which is focusing on perhaps physical appearances or interactions or the novelty of it. Later on, you would expect more. When you would expect more, but it's not being fulfilled because he simply might not be equipped to fulfill a 40-year-old experienced wise woman, then you might lose interest. So that is what you should understand at this point, to go into this relationship knowing that this is a temporary, and you should not attempt to make it permanent. The suffering starts when you want to turn a temporary into permanent. So take this as long as it lasts. It may last 10 years, I don't know. But take it from now as a temporary. Try to build on it together, have a good life and all that. But if it didn't work out after a year or two or whenever, how long it lasts, you should not be surprised because you always took it for what it was. You took it for the now. You took it for the enjoyment. You took it for the experience. You took it for what it was offering. You did not take it and stamp it on, this is it forever. Turning this to permanent, which may or may not be. If you don't do that, then you're okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and enjoy it. But if you set yourself up for disappointment that if it didn't work because of the differences in consciousness level, then you'll be disappointed and thinking, oh, it didn't work out. Whether you leave him or he leaves you, it should not mean that anybody rejected the other one. It just means the difference in consciousness became apparent when it wasn't apparent at the outset because there were lots of other excitements around it that you could not see deep through the whole cake as it was. All right. And Purya says, you have already did a lot for me, Mehran, healing breakup pain, coping with mortality, name it. Couldn't find any other ways to return the favor but sharing your videos and knowledge with my friends. Good, good. I'm glad that you enjoy the channel, and I thank you for the kind words, and I appreciate the fact that you introduce it to friends, and that's wonderful, very kind of you. And Sikakrak says, my gender is masculine. Oh, okay, good. And JB says, yes, I did, dear Mehran. Thank you for taking the time to answer me. You're very wise, and I listen carefully to your points of views and the logical arguments. You are so gifted. Well, thank you very much, Jan. I appreciate that, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. And it looks like, guys, that we hit it to the end of the questions. I would like to thank everybody for giving me the time to be with you here and share some views and points of views and the discussion. I love you all, and again, I look forward to talk to you soon, perhaps tomorrow, or maybe tonight, I'm not sure, perhaps for the Australians and the New Zealand and Singapore and Hong Kong and India and so on. Maybe I'll try one late tonight. If I did, well, great. If I didn't, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, please be good to yourself, to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.